Hi there, this is Todd. So I am on location at a farm in Virginia that's way out in the farmland. This place goes back to, I would say, the 16, 17, 1800s. It's a very historical place, and the owner has asked me to go over some of the history with her. They own roughly about 5,000 acres of land on different plots all around here. Some of it had Civil War action, some of it had early settlers, and some had some kind of hard times. So join me in a few minutes and I will walk you through what I find at this farm. They have not established where the house is, and I'm getting up in this rise up here. So there's a river that cuts through here, and I'm actually feeling that the house was maybe further over this way, and there was a road that went that way. So maybe to the main road is where they came through.
Okay.
And the house was up in here.
And this road right here, this was still on the maps in the 1800s.
Yeah, so they had their house very close to the roads. I felt there was a structure over here.
Yeah. You think it was further this way?
It was somewhere down in here.
Yeah.
I felt that there was a barn, there was a place over here.
Because they would toll people to cross it, and most of the ferries would have little buildings at them.
I see. But if anything, the house would have been up, I believe, in this direction here.
Yeah.
It was very rustic, though. It looked almost very like a big log cabin.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting from the structure. It felt like a lot of add-ons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not one big house, but add-ons. I also felt that there might have been some trees in this field here, possibly surrounding the house. There were skirmishes in this area. There was Civil War skirmishes, and you'd probably find some of their stuff. They changed houses, or somebody moved the house, and it was actually over more towards the road down there. So there was something, I would say, 1800s over there. Is that when they...
Norman's. Mm-hmm.
No.
And that's the road now is Norman Bridge Road.
Okay.
Where that big tree is. That big green tree behind the shop.
Yeah. And they had quite an operation here. I feel like they grew cotton, tobacco, and a lot of corn, a lot of feed corn. They had a lot of slaves working out here. And they crossed that river often. They came in bands like wagons, and they'd come to the fields. The slaves mostly lived in town. It's almost like they traveled for the day to come here. So they lived in their own separate area.
I don't have any records of Miss Norman or any of them owning slaves, so that's possible.
Yeah. I don't know if they owned any. They might have contracted out for the season. Like they wouldn't have them full time.
Yeah.
I think that family that you talked about did a lot of their own work.
Yeah.
A lot of their own work. They had a pretty big family. So we were talking about the people here, a family farm plot that is out that way in the distance. There was a family that lived on the other side.
Yeah.
They owned quite a lot of land.
I think the house is still standing, possibly, over there.
I'm getting about, I either was getting 1,800 acres or 8,000 acres. So
yeah.
That's a kind of a big jump in numbers. You know, don't ask me to do your lottery tickets. Down along here we have the river, and I felt that there were little cabins, little places along the river. They had some problems, some issues with troops coming through. So I don't know what was going on there, but I'm also feeling a woman died over there prematurely. She was young. And I see kind of reddish hair. What time period? It looks more like 1800s to me, but she passed away. She had some children. She might have died during childbirth or had some kind of illness. I just feel tragedy with a woman over there. The other thing was that this land was farmland, but it was also quite a hunting land too. So they did a lot of hunting in this land, the Indians and the settlers that came through.